Hey, how y'all doing? This is Laquan Mitchell again with a different message I want to deliver to y'all today. Hold on, let me get the lights on for y'all. Hopefully that's better. Just wanted to mess with y'all a little bit. But I wanted to speak to y'all a little bit on, just being great. Greatness, being great. The first point I wanted to start with is we're all destined and designed for greatness. Now, the reason why everyone's not walking in greatness, there's obviously a huge disconnect. What is the disconnect? Well, the cares and the worries of this life, for some apparent reason, get people caught up. We got social media, we got the football games, we got all these actors and actresses that people can literally tell you everything about, but they can't tell you anything about their future or their goals or their financial future, their financial goals, and where they're going in life. That's a big problem. So we start off younger and we have these goals. We have all these awesome goals that we're so confident we're going to fulfill. But somehow we get caught up in life. After we get out of college and get out of school, we get so wrapped up in life that we just accept the 9 to 5, the status quo. And we just get engulfed in the world, Hollywood, and what they're saying. And we believe that whole facade of, oh, if I can just get this amount of money, I can buy this, I can buy that. For one, having money don't mean you're successful. For two, Hollywood is nothing but another business to sell you on something. So if you watching TV all the time and you ain't where you need to be in life, you don't feel like you're walking in greatness, you need to cut that television off, because they spending millions of dollars to get a hold of your mind. So when that money hits your hand, it's already spent, because they done got you here. Before you even got a nickel in your pocket, before that paycheck even came in, whatever it is, if you own a business, they already got you here. They spend billions of dollars to market on television. So when you get your money, you're going to spend it on their product. So the question is do you want to fund someone else's vision and continue to make other people rich? Oh, this is this brand or that brand, so I need to buy this, I need to buy that. That's foolishness. You being sold out. It's like modern day slavery. I want to look like this. Beyonce wore this, I want to look like that. Jay-Z wore this, I want to look like that. This person wore this, I want to look like that. It's a business. It got value now because somebody's name attached to it who you think is great. That's a business. Why don't you make your name great? Why don't you start your own clothing line? Why don't you support your vision? Why don't you learn more about your financial goals and your financial future and where you want to be in life and where your family needs to be in life and where your grandchildren's children going to be in life? You need to be setting them up and not be so concerned about what's taking place or the next show that's coming out or all that stuff, but you have no clue about your financial future. It's a place and time for fun and enjoyment. But when you have time for that, but you don't have time to go after your goal and your vision, but yet you complaining about your own circumstances, that's a problem. So the disconnect really is that people have this goal or this dream that if it still exists, if they didn't let it die on the inside of them, sometimes you got to stir these gifts back up because you forget about them. But people have these goals and these dreams. Then somewhere in life, they get caught up in the midst of media, social media, television, and other people's visions. As long as you sitting down in front of a TV for hours or a computer for hours, not being productive, you funding someone else's vision. You sitting there watching their vision and what they had an idea to do, and they did it, and you sitting spending hours watching it. And what really motivated me to begin to speak and talk to people and launch the Business Acceleration Network, which is an entrepreneur success and motivation business. It's a club for people who want to be successful, but there's a disconnect. The reason I started is because everywhere I went, as I was excelling in real estate, started to get into in real estate investing, and then launched the business, I would always ask people, what is it you love to do? And they would always tell me one thing. They said, this is what I love to do. This is what I would love to do. But they were doing something else. And I would say, why aren't you doing that? And they always had an excuse. They didn't have enough time. Their life was too busy. But yet, they could have a 20-minute conversation with you about the latest artist out, about the latest show out. But I think it's a show called Power Out. I think it's Power. They can tell you all about that, but they can't tell you about their financial future. And this is not to condemn nobody, but this is to tell you why we're not successful. Because we spent all our time and efforts on funding other people's vision and not putting anything towards your own. What is the business idea that you have? What is the dream that you have? If you will put 25% of the time that you put on Facebook, Instagram, and sitting down watching television and shows that does nothing for your future, but simply stimulates your mind, you be successful. See, unfortunately, we live in a generation where everybody wants to feel good at the moment. They just want to feel good for now. That ain't going to get you nowhere. It's a time for that. It need to come to a place where you feel good when you fulfilling your vision, when you working on your vision, when you working on what is going to get you to where you need to be. See, it took a little time for me to get there, but now I feel good as I feed my mind, as I continue to renew my mind to success, to business, to wealth, to health. That's what makes me happy. That's what motivates me. Giving out. Delivering messages to people, to motivate people. This is what makes me happy. This is what I feed off of. Until learning, contributing to your vision becomes exciting to you, you're not going to be successful. You should not be engulfed in another man's vision more than you're engulfed in your own. And this is very key. This may not be the most popular motivation message, but if you will grab a hold of this, that you are funding other people's visions and you are sitting down spending all your time watching someone else dream on television because it was their dream and their idea to have that show. It was their dream and their idea to do that movie. All that time you got for that, but no time for your own vision. Wow. We got to get it together, people. We got to get it together. My goal right now is to motivate you, to stir you up to anger to your circumstances, not towards people, but towards your circumstances, to know that you were destined for greatness from the beginning, that you were created to be great, and that there are no limitations. Take the limits off. Cut that television off for 2 months, maybe 3 months. You can start at a week. And watch as you begin to put successful thoughts in there. You begin to take on the right mentors. Watch how your mindset change. Watch how you begin to see things clearly and see how you are being set up. You being duped. You being sold on someone else's vision and not your own. Get your own vision so your family could prosper. Stop holding your family back and talking about it's the man or it's that person or it's that corporation or it's that president. It's that person's fault on why you're not prospering. You not prospering because you don't want it bad enough yet. When you want to prosper and you want it bad enough, you'll get it. There is nothing that a man does not desire or he sets his will on that he will not accomplish if his will is set strong enough on it. There is nothing on this earth that can stop it. What is it that you really desire? Do you want to be great? Greatness is on the inside of you. It's time to pull it out. It's time to cultivate it. It's time to wake up. It's time to be excited. It's time to be motivated. It's time to launch that business. It's time to be you. It's time to be great. Stop trying to be like everybody else. You were never designed to be someone else. That's why it's so exhausting for you to live every day. You want to be like other people. Be you. The greatest thing you can do is be yourself and stop trying to fit in. You were created for greatness. You're amazing. You need to wake up every single day and say, I'm great. This is what I'm going to do. Speak life over your life. I spoke certain things until it came into pass. I spoke my businesses into existence. and put some action behind it, because that's key. You could talk all you want, but if there's no action, it's not going to come to pass. So speak it in the morning. Speak it in the afternoon. Speak it at night. I am successful. I am great. I was created for greatness. I'm destined for greatness. I am a millionaire. My family is wealthy. I am healthy. I'm great. I'm going to the top. I'm the head. I'm not the tail. I'm debt free. You speak it until it comes to pass. You are great. The best is yet to come. Be motivated. Accelerate in life. If you will do these things, if you will begin to infuse your mind and engulf your mind with successful things, and you will cut off that poisonous stuff that's coming from the television that's weighing you down. You afraid. You worried about this shooting that took place, that took place. You worried about this show that does not prosper. If you will detox your mind from that nonsense and begin to motivate yourself and elevate yourself through knowledge concerning your vision, concerning business and success, you will accelerate your life, and your life will become more effective and more prosperous in 5 years than what some people's lives are in an entire lifetime. And this is a fact. There are people making more money in literally 1 hour than what some people make in their entire life. Think on that. See, it's not a matter of working hard. It's a matter of educating yourself financially so you can get financially free. Educating yourself in any area you want to be successful, and watch, all of a sudden you'll begin to move towards that goal. As the mind thinketh, so is he. As a man thinketh, so is he. Whatever you think you are is ultimately what you're going to become or end up at. So if you know you're successful, you're going to end up being a success. But as long as you speak doubt and failure, you're not going to get anything but that. So understand today, I'm telling you, you're great. You're great. Don't let society dictate to you what greatness is. You are great. Get up, tap inside of it, cultivate it, and live it out. You are great. It's time to accelerate. It is your moment in life. You don't have any more time to waste. The clock is ticking. How would you live if you knew you only had one more week on earth? What would you do? That is how you function. That is how you move. You move as if you cannot fail. You move as if the time is short. You move as if you don't have all eternity to do whatever you want to do. You move as if you only got about 80 to 100 years to live on this earth. That is not long. Time goes by like this. What are you going to do with your life? What will it be said of you? Will they say you were a history maker? That my grandfather or my father made a way for me, or my mom made a way for me, that person is my inspiration. They did everything they set their mind and heart to. Or will you just be another person who spoke a lot of stuff and never did it? Oh, I'd rather just step out and miss it the first 5 times and get it and say I did it, versus talking about what I wanted to do. Oh, what a terrible thing. They say the cemetery is one of the richest places on the planet, because so many goals, dreams, and ideas that people never put to action or fulfilled are lying there. So the question is, will you accept the call to greatness? Because you are great, but it don't mean you live in a great life. It's time to walk in greatness. I can't do it for you. I'm just here to motivate you. Stir yourself up. You say, well, what's the steps to get there? Well, when you decide to be great and you decide that this is what you want, I promise you the way will be made plain. All of a sudden, opportunities will come, and you will realize they've been in front of you the entire time. You just couldn't see it because you didn't believe. You're great. Walk in greatness. Stop playing. Life is not a joke. What you sow, you reap. Sow things into your future. Sow successful actions, sow successful thoughts into your mind, and you will reap successful harvest. You will reap a successful life. You cannot alter this law that's been set in place. Whatever you sow, you reap. if you are doing average things, if you are thinking average thoughts, if you're being fed by the news media and just shows and all this other nonsense, you got an average life and you're going to continue to get them same results. But if you will alter what you're putting on in your mind, if you will alter what you're saying, if you will alter what you're doing to successful thoughts, successful habits, you will literally see a breakthrough. And all of a sudden, surely it will come to pass. Maybe not right away, but it will come to pass. Success will become your portion in life. People will see obstacles and you will see an opportunity. While all are looking with a frown face because something bad happened, you'll be smiling saying, this thing is turning around for my good. This is more than motivation. This is a key to life. I live it. It don't matter what's taking place in my life. I've already won a victory. I'm already successful. I've already seen it. Do you see it? Have you imagined it? Have you visioned it enough till it became a part of your DNA? If not, it's not yours and you ain't gonna get it. Simple and plain. I'm here to stir you up. I'm here to stir you up to hate mediocrity, to hate being average. I'm here to stir you up to greatness till it becomes a part of you that everywhere you go, people know that you are important. People know that you are special. People take you serious and they don't look at you as just another person talking. When you show up, the answer should show up. When you show up, people will say that's a special individual. Whether it's an interview, whether it's a business meeting, whether you're selling your product to someone, people should know when you step in, success just walked in a room. They should know if I didn't buy into that idea, that person is going to be great. We missed it. They should know that you're great. So take it on today. Say you're great. Know you're great. Walk in greatness. Renew your mind to greatness and success and unplug from the system of debt, of fear, of lack, and of funding and watching other people's visions for hours and saying you ain't got no time for your own future.